Right guys, so today I'm going to be telling you about my post-it note method because why not? So, as you can see behind me, and as a lot of people talk about in my videos and on my Instagram, is that I always seem to have a lot of post-it notes behind me. And I do, because this is one of my favourite ways of revising. Especially because it looks so colourful and fun. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just like, you know how some people write out onto a piece of paper again and again and again, to try and memorise it. That's basically what this is. On the post-it notes, I've written out every single thing, slightly condensed, from all of my A-level subjects. So writing it out has helped me learn it, and then whilst I'm here in the morning, I'm always able to revise without having to get my folder out or anything. Like I could be stood here in the morning in my pyjamas, just brushing my hair and revising, just reading over things again, going like ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. That is the quadratic formula. I can revise. So that's what I like doing. But that is not the best way to revise at all. This is not the best way to do it. So if you are thinking that, yes, I might do the post-it note method now, I might try and revise that way, then I don't recommend this way. At GCSE in year 11, like a few days before my exam for history, chemistry and physics, because they were my last exams, I got some post-it notes and I just wrote out the little things that I kept forgetting. So just like the tiny random fact, like, so they're like, whatever reacts creates this precipitate, that colour. So I just write that out onto one piece of post-it, onto one post-it note, really, really big. And then I'd revise that. That is the way I advise to do it. Don't write everything out like I have done. Don't do it really tiny. Just write one fact on one post-it note, really big, just before exam time, of exactly what you can't remember. And that is also what I do for flashcards now as well. I don't make them as I go along, because sometimes it is better to only have the things to focus on that you just really can't remember. So this is my post-it note collection that is specifically for maths only. You see some of these pink ones, like this one, I know for definite this one was one I made in year 11 just before exam time. So that is how big it should be. That's how much it should be spaced around. That's what I advise. But this is what I do until exam time. So when it gets to exam time, I will also make them like this. I will make them like this when it comes to exam time as well. I just make these as I go along, just to refresh my memory. Yeah, so this is how small I do it now. That is what I advise. And same for all of this. It's all colour coded as well, so pink with dark blue, right, it is AS Biology. This is the other half of AS Biology, because it's a different teacher. This is green is Chemistry. So, yeah. And over here is the current one I'm making. These are the big ones that I made during exam time for chemistry, AS Chemistry actually, which I'm actually just going to bin, I think, because I don't really want to keep these ones. But this is the shape I'm going for in A2. I'm going for a bit of a hexagon shape. And then this is my beehive kind of shape. So again, it's the same colours, so I know what subject it is. See, it's very, very small writing. Most people wouldn't be able to read it, but I am capable of reading it. And then these orange ones, which you can see around the side, these orange ones that you can see around the side, these are the ones that I made during exam time last year. So this is how big it was, this is what I used, and I've just put it around here because I didn't want to bin them. That is one thing I've just remembered to say. So, about the post-it notes, I had someone message me about this actually. I don't really have a problem with my post-it notes sticking up here. If I stick them on wallpaper or my wooden door, they seem to stick fine. They don't fall down or anything. However, my room is half wall, it's not half, it has like one feature wall. So this is my feature wall, which means it's only the one wallpaper. The rest of them are paint. So because I've started to run out of room on my wallpaper, I started to try and put them on the paint, but they just kept falling down. So from my experience, post-it notes won't stick to paint. And I am one of those people who have kind of strict parents in which I cannot stick anything onto my walls at all. So I wasn't allowed to use blue tack. So I bought some glue dots, I'm pretty sure they're called that, but missing the E, so it's like GLU. It's like a product of the blue tack company, except it's glue dots. So it's literally like a see-through piece of glue that you just stick onto the post-it note, you peel off the back and it'll stick on, and then you can remove it without having any issues. It's like there won't be any marks on your wall at all if you use them. So if you are having that issue, then I definitely recommend getting some glue dots. And there you go, guys, that is how I use my post-it note method. That is what I advise for you guys to do, and I really do hope that this has helped you, and I wish you all the best for your revision.